Diane King Hall is joining me now. We have some more movers. We just briefly mentioned Alphabet, and she's taking a closer look at this one. All-time highs?
Yes,
Ooh.
I was going to say that, hitting an all-time high today. And what's interesting to see happening today with Alphabet Google is not just that it's gaining more ground, it's the fact that it has been hitting these highs, even in the context of some recent weakness that we've seen in the market. So hitting a new all-time high, shares rallying more than 4% right now, about 4.25% right now. It's now topped Microsoft in terms of market cap at more than $3.6 trillion. It's now the third most valuable company, only trailing Nvidia and Apple. Nvidia is still the leader. Last week, you'll keep in mind, Nicole, as other members of the Mag 7 lost ground, Alphabet Google finished the week higher, so it's continuing that momentum. Shares continue to rally, strongly outperforming the S&P 500 this year. It has some news around it today. Google Cloud announcing this multi-million-dollar contract with NATO to deliver secure sovereign cloud capabilities that'll provide those services, cloud and AI data services, to NATO's Communication and Information Agency as part of the deal. But it's not just about that. You were talking about Gemini and the latest iteration of Gemini and how many analysts are seeing that in terms of its performance compared to others. You were just mentioning ChatGPT, and so there's been some positive commentary, positive momentum as a result of that. Melly is out saying that Alphabet Google, the parent company, has made a, quote, AI comeback. I'm seeing that according to some reports. It's led some investors to see that Alphabet Google may be, you know, one of those that's really, really at the as a front runner in the AI arms race with its improved Gemini AI model. So you can see that in terms of market cap, and it topping a Microsoft market cap, Nicole.
I mean, there's a lot going on with this one. Okay, so new highs. I see 313. I saw some I saw one price target of 355 from BNP Paribas. So we'll continue to follow that story. Let's get to Tesla, because this is some news too.
Yeah, so Tesla shares rallying more than 4% right now. You had Elon Musk sounding off on his other property, Twitter X, talking about its in-house AI chip program. So this is about the AI momentum around it too. He said that, quote, most people don't know that Tesla's had an advanced AI chip and board engineering team for many years. The team has already designed and deployed several million AI chips in our cars and data centers. So its current vehicle chip is in its fourth generation. With regard to that, they're working on AI 5. They've been using AI 5. They're already working on AI 6. So you can see that there's this quick cadence to each generation of this. And they talked about these millions being deployed across the vehicles and data centers. They're basically, it seems like the goal is a new AI chip every 12 months. So you've got an annual refresh cycle that's kind of like the cycle of a smartphone, more like the cycles of that versus a car. So, you know, something this small, it is fast for a phone to, you know, do those chips, but a car, it feels like this could potentially be unheard of. These are big claims. Musk says Tesla expects to produce AI chips at higher volumes than all other AI chips in the world combined. And he emphasized he's, quote, not kidding, Nicole.
All right. Well, you know, it sounds exciting. Who knew, right? Sort of a sneak move there.
Yeah.
And then last but not in a positive way, right? They're moving forward with AI. Let's talk about Carvana getting an upgrade.
Yes, and you know, Carvana had been facing some challenges recently, some bumps in the road, and that more had to do with CarMax. So shares are moving higher today after Wedbush upgrading Carvana to outperform from a neutral. They've raised their price target to 400. That's up from 380. What's driving this call? Wedbush argues that pullback over the past month is just overdone and is not related to anything fundamentally wrong at Carvana, any fundamental deterioration there. They tied that. They think the recent weakness is the overhang because of CarMax, the underwhelming results there. Carvana's closest peer, even though, you know, when you think about CarMax, it's not just online. CarMax is bricks and clicks. Carvana is online. And then there were also some broader concerns about credit markets, which tends to put pressure on used car retailers, of which Carvana is an online marketplace. this analyst believes there is essentially mispricing, creating an opportunity rather than a warning signal here. Nicole.
You know, and I was thinking I was going to mention it, Li Auto, as you mentioned, Tesla is going to be reporting this week on the 26th. And then I was hearing about Xiaomi this morning and their car doing so well in China. So the battle is definitely on. I mean, I was under the impression that Tesla started to do better in China, but I did see a report this morning that talked about some of the weak sales that they had over the last month. So we'll have to wait and see. But a lot going on always with Tesla.
Indeed.
Mag 7 name, good. Glad you touched on that one.